Hello students, welcome to the lecture. In the previous lecture we have discussed about the terms used in the control of growth of microorganisms using chemical and physical agents. The terms are sanitizers, disinfectants, sterilization, fungicides, viricides, antimicrobial agent and bacteriostatic bactericidal agents. The terms, that is chemical disinfection or disinfectants, as we discussed in the previous lecture, the chemical disinfectant must prevent the growth of microorganism or suppress the growth of microorganism or kill the microorganisms, and it should not give a toxic effect on the man or animal or a plant or human being. The characteristic of this ideal disinfectant, which is having a lowest possible toxicity towards human beings, animals and plants, and highest possible toxicity towards microorganisms, are the first characteristic feature or ideal feature of a disinfectant is antimicrobial activity of the chemical. A chemical that is used for the disinfection purpose should have a capacity to kill or inhibit the growth of microorganism, kill microorganism or inhibit the growth of microorganism. This is the first requirement, and it is the basic requirement as a chemical disinfectant. And the chemical disinfectant should be used in the low concentration and should have a broad spectrum of antimicrobial activity. It should be used in the low concentration, lowest possible concentration, and have a broad spectrum of antimicrobial activity. काय होतं आहे, अँटीमायक्रोबियल एजंट किंवा अँटीमायक्रोबियल ॲक्टिव्हिटी किंवा एखादं केमिकल आपण जर घेतलं आहे आणि त्याची जर कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन हाय कॉन्सन्ट्रेशनमध्ये लागत असेल, जे की ह्युमन बिंग्सला सुद्धा टॉक्सिक असेल, तर त्याचा उपयोग काही होणार नाही. आणि त्याचं जर समजा स्पेक्ट्रम किंवा अँटीमायक्रोबियल ॲक्टिव्हिटीचा जर ब्रॉड स्पेक्ट्रमचा विचार करता, जर मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम एखाद्या पर्टिक्युलर मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझमच्या अगेन्स्टच एखाद्या केमिकलची ॲक्टिव्हिटी असेल आणि दुसरा मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम त्या केमिकलवर जगत असेल, तर मला डे टू डे लाईफमध्ये वापरताना माहीत नाही आहे की कोणता मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम तुमच्या घरामध्ये आहे किंवा तुमच्या बॉडीवर कुठल्या प्रकारचे मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम्स असू शकतात. तर एखादा मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझमच्या अगेन्स्ट जर ॲक्टिव्हिटी असेल तर त्याला अँटीमायक्रोबियल एजंट किंवा चांगल्या ॲक्टिव्हिटीचा डिसइन्फेक्टंट म्हणता येणार नाही. तर आपल्याला इथं ब्रॉड स्पेक्ट्रम ऑफ अँटीमायक्रोबियल ॲक्टिव्हिटी दिसायला पाहिजे. देन द सेकंड इम्पॉर्टंट aspect is solubility. The ideal disinfectant must be soluble in water or other solvents to a good extent for effective use, and the solvent used for the solubility purpose must be easily available to the normal in the normal life. It should not be expensive. Stability. The chemical disinfectant or the chemical used as a disinfectant should not change upon standing, or when it is kept, it should not change its structure or chemical composition, and it should not have adverse changes that the activity is lowering or the action or germicidal action is lowering with the keeping effect. It should stand a longer duration of time. Non-toxic to human and other animals is the most important and most ideal aspect of disinfectant. It should be or it must be non-lethal or lethal to microorganism and non-injurious to human beings. It should be lethal to microorganisms. It should kill microorganisms but should not harm human beings or other animals. It should be homogeneous in preparation. It should be uniform in composition. It should not separate upon standing. म्हणजे असं होऊ नये की तेल वेगळं पाणी वेगळं अशा प्रकारचं त्याची ॲक्टिव्हिटी नसावी. तो होमोजिनस प्रकारे मिक्स असावा. Pure chemicals are uniform, but mixtures of material may have lack of homogeneity. This might happen with some disinfectants, and they are not ideal disinfectants. Ideal disinfectant must be homogeneous with the solvents, any type of solvent, that may be water, that may be alcohol, that may be other things. The non-combination with extraneous organic material. Many disinfectants have an affinity for proteins and other organic material. When such disinfectants are used in the situation, there is considerable organic material besides that of microbial cell. If any, the disinfectant will be available for action against microorganisms. A little, if a disinfectant is having an activity towards organic material, it cannot be avoided because all the chemicals or disinfectants have activity towards organic material as the cells are prepared of the organic material. So if the organic material is high in the quantity and the cells are low in the quantity, or cells are not even there, the chemical is less available to the microorganisms or killing of microorganisms, and it will be utilized by the organic material that is available. So it should be avoided. The toxicity to microorganism at room temperature is a good character of a ideal disinfectant. The toxicity towards microorganism is must, but it should be applicable at room temperature. While using the compound or a chemical, it should not be necessary to raise the temperature or lower the temperature at the time of application. तुम्हाला एखाद्या केमिकलचा वापर करायचा असेल समजा ॲज अ डिसइन्फेक्टंट, तेव्हा त्या केमिकलची केमिकलचं टेम्परेचर कमी किंवा जास्त करण्याची गरज पडू नये. जर तसं असेल तर तुम्हाला त्या केमिकलला गरम करणे किंवा थंड करणे हे करत बसावं लागेल. त्यामुळं केमिकल जेव्हा तुम्ही डिसइन्फेक्टंट म्हणून वापरताय तो रूम टेम्परेचरला त्यानं व्यवस्थित काम केलं पाहिजे, ही अपेक्षा आहे. देन द next important point is the capacity to penetrate. The chemical that is used as a disinfectant should have penetration power, as it is germicidal. Action is limited solely to the site of application. Sometimes surface action is all that required. Unless the substances penetrate to the surface, its germicidal action is limited solely to the site of application. So the chemical must have a capacity to penetrate, and deep penetration or deep injury to the cell must be possible. It should not have corrosive nature, and it should not have staining capacity. Non-corrosing and non-staining. It should not cause disfigure or corrosiveness to the metal. लोखंडाला गंज चढवणे किंवा तशा प्रकारचं लोखंडावर ॲक्शन करणे अशा प्रकारच्या गोष्टी या केमिकलनं करू नये, डिसइन्फेक्टंटनं करू नये. सेकंड पॉईंट इज इट शुड नॉट रिलीज स्टेन्स ऑर डॅमेज फॅब्रिक. म्हणजे तुमचे कपडे धुताना समजा डेटॉलचा कलर लागत असेल किंवा एखाद्या केमिकलचा कलर लागत असेल तुमच्या कपड्यांना, तर ते गुड डिसइन्फेक्टंटचा application nahi hai. That is not a good disinfectant. Then deodorizing ability. The deodorizing ability of a disinfectant should be attributed. It is a desirable attribute of the ideal disinfectant. It should be odorless and have a pleasant smell. It should not have irritating smell. Then detergent capacity. It should be used. The chemical have a cleaning capacity or cleaning detergent, capacity of a cleaning detergent, and the effectiveness as a disinfectant is not compromised in this case. Then last but not the least is the availability of the substance. The chemical that you are using as a disinfectant is mostly available to a normal human being at a cheapest cost possible. So ॲज आपण आता बघू की डिसइन्फेक्टंट म्हणून जर तुम्ही समजा एखाद्या वेळेस सोनं किंवा चांदी वापरत असाल तर ते सामान्य माणसाला उपयोगाचं नाही आहे, कारण सामान्य माणसाला त्याची अवेलेबिलिटी नाही आहे तेवढी जास्त. किंवा एखादं चांगलं डिसइन्फेक्टंट आहे पण ते अवेलेबल होत नाही ह्युमन बिंग्सना, नॉर्मल ह्युमन बिंग्सला ते अवेलेबल होत नाही ॲट अ लोएस्ट पॉसिबल कॉस्ट. मग अशा प्रकारचं डिसइन्फेक्टंट आपल्याला वापरता येणार नाही. तर डिसइन्फेक्टंट वापरताना डिसइन्फेक्टंट हे लोएस्ट पॉसिबल कॉस्टवर अवेलेबल असलं पाहिजे, सामान्य माणसापर्यंत ते पोचलं पाहिजे, त्याची डिसइन्फेक्टंट ॲबिलिटी चांगली असली पाहिजे, नॉन टॉक्सिक असलं पाहिजे. आणि हे जे 12 आयडियल डिसइन्फेक्टंट म्हणून आपण कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स सांगितलेल्या आहेत, या कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स फुलफिल झाल्या पाहिजे, यातल्या किमान कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स फुलफिल झाल्या पाहिजे. कारण यातल्या सगळ्या कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स फुलफिल होतील, ऑल द कॅरेक्टर्स or ideal characters of the disinfectant are not fulfilled by any chemical available in the market. Some or the other way, toxicity to microorganism, non-combination or any other thing is possibly missing as a chemical disinfectant. So in the search of an ideal disinfectant, we are still in the search of a ideal disinfectant. Now in the next lecture we will discuss about, in the next video lecture we will discuss about the phenol and phenolic compounds or the disinfectants, chemical disinfectants, which are the chemical disinfectants that we are using in the major way, that is phenols or phenolic compounds, alcohols, then halogens, in that chlorine, iodine, bromine, or then metals or mercury, silver, gold, copper, and quaternary ammonium compounds. Then aldehydes, and in the gaseous sterilizing agents we are using a majority of disinfectants or chemical agents. We will discuss this in the next video lecture. Till then, thank you and goodbye.